In a time long ago, amidst the arid hills and sprawling lands of Canaan, lived a man named Abraham, known for his unwavering faith and humility. His life was a tapestry woven with the threads of countless journeys, enduring promises, and profound obedience to his God. As the patriarch of a burgeoning tribe, Abraham was revered for his wisdom and devoutness, virtues that had accompanied him through his long years. Beside him in this lifetime of wanderings was Sarah, his devoted wife, and Isaac, their beloved son, a blessing bestowed upon them in the depths of old age. Isaac was a tender boy with eyes that reflected the strength of his father and the kindness of his mother. His laughter filled the air with a melody of innocence, and his curiosity about the world knew no bounds. To Abraham, Isaac embodied the future, a living promise from God. One night, as the stars formed a canopy over their tent, Abraham was called upon by his God. "Abraham," a voice resounded within his heart, clear as the moonlit night. "Here I am," Abraham replied, obediently ready to follow any command. "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love," God commanded, "and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about." The words pierced Abraham's heart like arrows. With a heavy heart concealed beneath a composed countenance, Abraham set out the next morning with Isaac and 2 of his servants. They journeyed for 3 days, an eternity filled with silence and reflection, towards the mountains of Moriah. As they neared their destination, Abraham spoke to his servants, "Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship and then we will come back to you." The weight of his words was a dual-edged sword, one of hope, faith, and impending sacrifice. Isaac, astute and curious, observed the absence of a lamb for the offering they intended to make. "Father," he called softly, his voice tinged with the innocence of youth. "The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham, swallowing the growing turmoil within his heart, replied with faith that sprang from depths only God knew. "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." And together, hand in hand, they walked onward, each step a prayer. Upon reaching the appointed place, Abraham carefully constructed an altar and arranged the wood upon it. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with grief, he bound Isaac, who obediently lay atop the structure. Isaac's eyes met his father's, filled with a silent question of trust and love. As Abraham raised his hand, grasping the knife ready to fulfill the command, an angel of God called out from the heavens, "Abraham! Abraham!" Abraham replied, "Here I am." "Do not lay a hand on the boy," the voice instructed. "Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Astonished and relieved, Abraham noticed a ram caught by its horns in a thicket nearby. With profound gratitude, he offered the ram as a burnt offering in place of his son. Praising and worshipping God for his provision and mercy, the place was named Jehovah-Jireh, meaning the Lord will provide, a living testimony of faith and divine intervention. Abraham and Isaac returned to their servants, and together they made their way back home. The bond between father and son had deepened, woven with threads of tested faith, love, and a divine promise renewed. It was a journey that, while begun with unimaginable trial, concluded with renewed faith and hope, the testament to the enduring promise of God's love and provision.